Greetings, my Kung Fu compadres. Today we are going to go over another weapon. We will introduce the Sai Swords. So originally a Chinese weapon, and while they are called swords, the edges are not sharp, although you can, because there's two varieties of these. One is where this is circular, so there's absolutely no edge. But there's another version where like this one's kind of like in between. There's another version that's like octagonal. So each of those corners has an edge, but it's not a sharp edge. There's a point on the edge, on the end. These can be used effectively for stabbing. I wouldn't recommend you do this with your sparring partner because it will puncture. Mainly used for stabbing, for striking. You can strike like this. We'll go over that later. Anyway, we'll go over a couple of techniques for striking, for stabbing, and for blocking. And then if enough of you like this, maybe in the future we'll go over a form for this. All right, just like the tiger hooks we went over last week, these are usually seen in pairs. You usually don't see just one of these in action. If you do, it's usually as used as like a defensive weapon, along with like a sword or something. Anyway, so the different parts of this, as I was saying before. There are two different types. One's a circular, and one's got an octagonal. Well, it's more. I think it's called an octagonal prong, not really a blade. There's a point on the end. The butt is also used as a weapon, and so are these prongs on the ends here. They're also used to catch people's weapons and arms, etc. Hands. Generally, when you hold it, you want to hold it with either all of your fingers like this and like so, or like so. I generally will hold it like so. It makes it easier to be flipping, to be using defensively. I was going to say these are also these are a Chinese weapon. They're also known as an iron ruler. They're very similar in their use and applications with the tonfa. And actually, the tonfa is used by lots of police departments around the world. Apparently, these are also used by the Okinawan Police Department, much for the same reason. And I'll tell you what, I would rather get hit in the head with a truncheon or a tonfa than one of these suckers. If you get hit in the head with one of these, you're probably down for the count. If you do get up, you're probably going to have mental issues for the rest of your life. This is pretty solid and very hard. If a baseball bat coming at me, and I were to block with this, it's not gonna. One second. Someone had a baseball bat and they were bashing me with this. It's not gonna hurt. That's how strong these things are. So, some of the techniques that you use, like I just showed you, as a block, you keep it on your forearms. So, basically just using it to block, but also you can, when you're holding it like such, you can punch with the butts, and that's going to be pretty painful. Or, alternatively, you can punch with or stab with the prongs. And like I said, if you do that to somebody, it's going to end the altercation, because if you hit them, it's going to go through, and it will either kill them or send them to the hospital. And that's all there is to it. So practice. All right, so one of the things you want to practice with this is just practice stabbing. you want to practice switching positions. Also, I want to warn you against doing this on your concrete. In your, I'd warn you against doing this, practicing with these in your house, unless you're on a big padded area, like you have like at least a half-inch thick pad that you're working on, because this will chip your concrete, it will chip your floors, even under your carpet. So best thing to do is to go do it out in the backyard over the dirt, so that if you do drop it, it's not going to cause any issues. But you should be dropping. But as we're all beginners here, so you want to practice doing this. So what you're doing here is you're tucking your thumb into the upper prong there as you flip it, and then you catch it. So you can walk. So another way that we can attack with these, besides stabbing and punching, is we can use them to strike. Bam, bam, bam. Like I said, if you hit somebody in the head with this, with the end of this, it's going to end the fight. At least if you do it with any sort of force. You strike like so. You can also strike downwards. Like a hammer. You can also strike back. Be careful you don't smack yourself. And you can also strike with this end, you know, not just with punching, but the same as before. Like this strike would essentially be like doing a ridge hand, but while holding this the Sai Swords. Bam, bam. So you'd be hitting with this part. I can tell you what, just feeling that, that's pretty solid. So a smack with that, that's probably going to end it right now too. All right, everybody, this has been Hong Long from Hong Long Wuxia, and that was a brief introduction to the Sai Swords. I have a few friends that have bought some of these recently, and they're not even into martial arts. They're pretty cheap, about 20-25 bucks. And like I said, pretty solid, but not a cutting weapon, but definitely a bashing weapon. Anyway, if you want to, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. Also, if you want to see more on these, if you want to see more of these, if you want to see more of these, let me know in the comments down below. And until the next time, everybody, keep practicing.